Welcome to the capsON Sports Podcast. I'm last week's winner and your host this week, Sam Meehan, joined as always by Tyler, Nick, and Mano. How we doing this week, gentlemen?
We're doing.
Got
Yeah,
promoted to the losers table.
yeah, being at the
Or
losers
demoted.
table. I don't like this table. It's a little bit too bigger than it should be.
Okay,
Yeah,
quick,
it's got
Coming in
weird
at hot
plastic
3-7.
chairs.
all right, quick update on the season record so far. We have Tyler at 3-7, Nick and
Ooh.
Mano both at 4-5-1, and your lead dog, myself, at 5-5, but 4-1 last week. So we're heading in the right direction. All right, let's get right into it. We'll start Sunday at 1. We have Arizona at Jacksonville. Line is Cardinals minus 7.5. Total set at 52. Got one pick on this game. All right, Stick, I'll defer to you.
All right. I'm going with Arizona minus 7.5. I just think Jacksonville's a bad team. And I don't care that they're at home. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, let me check the standings here. Yeah, we had a pick, Nick on Jacksonville last week, and ended up losing to Denver by like 10 at home, I think. I think it's going to be much of the same this week, except Arizona's a much more explosive offense that can exploit that Jaguars defense. The hook over 7 freaks me out a little bit just in betting it, but yeah, I think I'm going to take it and run with it. Arizona minus 7.5 there.
All right, anyone have any other thoughts?
Kyler Murray is an MVP candidate. If you want to sprinkle a little
Yeah.
money on that, if you think he can keep it up, I don't think he can keep it up, but if you think he can keep it up, throw a little money on there. You probably get better odds now than you will down the road.
It's an inconsistent offense though. Like they have so many stupid empty drives where they just don't go to D-Hop and they don't go to like their best players.
Because Cliff
Just-
Kingsbury's not a good coach. He's a good looking dude who coached a really good offense in college.
Nothing like a good-looking dude coaching your football team, you know.
Guess so.
Mm.
There you go.
I mean, I like Arizona, but I think it's a trap game, so I'm just not going to even bother.
Well, we know you love your Jaguars, so
I don't think the Jaguars win.
I'm 1-1 so far. You know, this is a game where this is a 100% game where I would bet against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we'll keep it in the back pocket.
all right, moving on to big game this weekend for the
Oh God.
Atlanta Falcons visiting the New York Football Giants. The Giants find themselves as a 3-point favorite at home. Total set at 48.5. We have 2 picks on this game. Myself and Stick are both in agreement here.
Yeah, I don't know if you're better or for worse.
A very low confidence there, but got to go with the Giants minus 3 here.
Yeah, look, I'm sitting at 3-7. We're in completely different polar opposites of the standings right now. I'm sitting at 3-7 on the season. You're sitting up top at 5-5. I really can't afford to be putting the Giants in my picks here when I only get five a week, but I'm doing it. I just feel like if there's ever a week, this is the week, and I'm almost off the Giants bandwagon train here. As far as betting goes, I'm always going to be watching. I'm always going to be rooting for them and pulling and just being in pain. But I think I've bet them twice now this year. This is week 3. My patience is running thin, but Giants minus 3 at home.
Oh, I think this, like, as jokingly was saying it before, I do actually think this is a relatively easy play.
I think so.
Jones looked very good against a much, much better defense against Washington. He's looked fine, really. I mean, fumbles every now and again, but I don't see Atlanta really getting to the quarterback that often. So this could be a big game for the Giants offense, really get a rhythm going. So expect some fireworks in New York. All right, no picks on this next game. We have Ravens at Lions. Baltimore is a 8-point favorite, and the total set at 49.5. Any thoughts?
It's just going to be the Lamar show against a bad Lions team.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Lions got some fight in them. They got some fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they cover here.
Yeah, it's the Jared Goff dead cat bounce. That's exactly
Yeah. Go down like 16 points, then everybody just falls asleep, and Jared Goff cooks, and then they lose by 6.
I don't know, man.
Scoreboard.
I thought they were going to backdoor it last week, but
it came close, right? I mean, if you're betting this game, all you're asking is for them to keep it close.
I don't know if they can do that. I can't confidently say that they will.
I think the Ravens got some mojo going now after last week, but this is definitely a straight
Potential letdown
game.
spot.
Potentially, yeah.
You never know.
All right, another game with no picks on. We have the Bears at the Browns. The Browns 7-point favorite at home. Total set at 46. Any thoughts on the debut of Justin Fields? How he'll play this week?
Justin Fields doesn't mean shit to me. I would take Cleveland -7 here in a heartbeat.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't I? Because it's Cleveland.
That's a good
I
point.
feel better about my other 5 than I do about Cleveland.
All right, so let's get into real picks now. We have the Bengals at Steelers. Pittsburgh finds himself -3 at home. Total set at 44.5.
I'm so curious, Mano.
As am I.
Listen, I think the Bengals offense is kind of sputtering a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I put this pick in when I thought that Devin Bush and Joe Hayden would be limited in practice. They were both full go today. I don't know if they're gonna be full go in the game, right? But I'll stick to my guns. This is an offense that has an offensive guru calling the plays, and Zach Taylor. He's a disciple of Sean McVay, but we haven't really seen much. We've seen a bit more this year, and I think they're willing to take risks. This is a division opponent, and they know how to play each other. So I'm gonna expect big things. It's tough to cover 3 wide receivers when their names are T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd. That's the other one. Yeah, and Tyler Boyd.
I mean, for what it's worth, I was going to say it sounds like T. Higgins might not play this week because he's out all week.
He was DNP. But listen, bounce back game for Joe Burrow, division rival. I still like Joe Burrow, so I'll lock that pick in.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati +3. I would take it, but it's Cincinnati. So what am I supposed to do? Be confident in that? They didn't help me last week. Somehow they backdoored it last week. Somehow they backdoored the push last week. Big letdown spot here in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's trash.
What's the status on Big Ben this weekend?
He's doing everything in his power to play.
Yeah, he's going to
last. Right, so he'll even be less mobile. So I mean, I don't hate Cincinnati here, but all right, let's move on. Big divisional matchup this weekend. We've got Indy at Tennessee. Titans -5, total at 48. We have 2 picks here, myself and Mano, and we are on opposite sides here. I'll defer to you, Mano. I want to hear about Tennessee first.
Ooh.
Tennessee is going against an offense that is going to start Brett Hundley and Jacob Eason in some combination. And Tennessee doesn't have a good defense, but I'm pretty sure they can look pretty good when Brett Hundley, who hasn't taken a snap in 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, I don't even know. Since he was in Green Bay in the preseason, I think. This was, a few years ago, but I think Tennessee, they need a bounce back win. I think it's an absolute drubbing coming Indy's way.
Yeah, so I'm holding out hope maybe that Wentz will play, but all right. So this a lot of 5 points in the divisional game where Indy's very desperate. Now here 0-2. I guess they're gonna go 0-3 the way it looks, but I think the defense steps up and their secondary, yes, been a little shaky, but that front seven's still very good. And if they can slow down Derrick Henry just enough, keep this game more at their pace, make it comfortable, because that defense really is dog shit on the other side in Tennessee. So, I've seen the Giants make plenty of, backup quarterbacks look like Pro Bowlers. So what's to say that Tennessee can't do the same? So I see a close divisional match here. Indy keeps it close and maybe pulls the upset. So let's go. Let's ride with Indy. This is kind of their last shot in my head. I was big on them preseason. I'm still holding out hope, but it's the last chance.
I don't know. Roll Titans after an emotional victory last week. I don't know, man.
We'll see.
Derrick Henry, 200+ all-purpose yards because he's an animal.
Dude's a monster.
Yeah, it's a factual.
It's a bulldozer. the Tennessee Titans employ a bulldozer as their starting running back.
Seems unfair.
Yeah.
All right. Now another game where we have 2 conflicting picks. We have the Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs -6. Total set at 55.5. A lot of points. Myself and Nick, conflicting points. Nick, you want to go first?
Yeah, Kansas City, there is absolutely no way in hell Kansas City loses this game or doesn't blow out Los Angeles here. I'm it's going to be like 31-17 or something like that. It's going to be an ugly game. After getting not embarrassed, but upset last week on primetime television with the Baltimore Ravens, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to pop off. And I don't really think it's going to be that good of a game. For whatever reason, I used to believe in the Chargers, but they're not really giving me any reason to believe in them or continue that belief. They couldn't beat a really not good Dallas Cowboys defense last week. And granted, the referees weren't the best last week. The Chargers didn't really look too good to me. Herbert looks good, but they just can't seem to put a win together. So give me KC by 1 million.
Well, they did put a win together 2 weeks ago in week 1 of this season against a solid Washington team, but let's forget about that.
Washington is not solid, but
let me tell you why the Los Angeles Chargers.
Tell me why you think Washington's a solid football team.
We're on a time crunch here, bud. I'm gonna get to my Chargers first, okay? All right, so the Los Angeles Chargers will cover 6 points in this game, and let me tell you why. Throughout Justin Herbert's tenure as a Charger, he has plenty of close game experience, like that could be good or bad, playing up or down to their competition. Like probably in the past 2 weeks, a big week against the Chiefs this week. Chiefs had a heartbreaking loss Sunday Night Football against the Ravens, where there seems to be some issues defensively. I'm hoping for the Chargers to capitalize, and I see a shootout where, kind of like last team had the ball's gonna win this game. And that script plays out in just this game staying within 6 points either way for the most part. So, yeah, I mean, last season against the Chiefs, with Mahomes in the lineup, it was 23-20 overtime at SoFi, and they beat him in Arrowhead, but that was no Mahomes. So we'll do whatever there. But, yeah, that's another big divisional game. Chargers keep it close. Don't hit the over here as well. See a lot of points.
Such a high total.
Chargers average 18.5 points a game, right? And that offense is probably too good for them.
It's a ticking time bomb.
It's probably the game to break out, but and the Chiefs defense isn't anything like spectacular. It's not what it wasn't the Super Bowl winning defense. It's closer to the defense we saw last year that kind of, kind of bounced in and out of games, right? But you don't want to get in a shootout with Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, right? Like eventually something's got to, something's going to bend. And I would bet on the younger Justin Herbert to bend and break over Pat Mahomes. So like,
you're giving,
if he throws a,
come on.
Yeah. I mean, if Herbert throws a pick and gives the ball back to the Chargers, like it's over. Like Herbert has to basically be perfect in this game for them to stand a chance. I think. I like -6 too. You could kind of tease that down. I would maybe tease that down a little bit. Maybe sneak it down a little bit.
A little sneaky teaser. Don't hate that.
Yeah, a little tease. Yeah, just a little side boob or something. I don't know.
Go, loosen up. Let's do it.
All right. 2 picks in this next game. We have the New Orleans Saints at the New England Patriots. Patriots -2.5. Total set at 43. Got 2 picks on this game. Who wants to go first?
What do you want to
do? Stick, just let me make one quick comment. I do not like the New Orleans Saints, so I don't believe in the New Orleans Saints or Jameis Winston. Okay, go ahead, Stick. Sorry.
All right, so I made a big mistake picking the New Orleans Saints last week.
Yes.
It was ugly. So I picked the New Orleans Saints to go under 9.5 when we did our win totals episode earlier this year. They're now sitting at what I believe is 1-1. And we're going to find out who they are this week. And it's going to be a big thumbs down. I think the Patriots running game is going to be way too much against a very beat up New Orleans defense. And I just think they're going to get simply outcoached because I just don't think Sean Payton has the guys to keep up with Bill Belichick's game plan. And I think Mac Jones is doing good. They're going to run the ball down their throat. And that's pretty much it. It's a low number here in Foxborough. And I think the Patriots are going to cover.
Yeah, I mean, Belichick and the Patriots have ran the the closest thing to a perfect offense for Mac Jones since they've opened the season. They're running short, little quick passing dink and dunks. They're integrating the running game just enough so you could take a lot of weight off of Mac Jones' shoulders. And their defenses looked good. You're gonna give me the Patriots -2.5 under a field goal at home. I don't care who the hell they're playing. It's the Patriots, and I think their head coaching is more of a factor in it as anything else. I do not believe in the Saints. I think the Saints are pretenders. I don't really think they have anybody on that team except Alvin Kamara. Give me New England -2.5 at home, please, and thank you.
Okay.
Belichick's gonna make fucking Jameis Winston look like
Child.
Hamlet. Jameis
Tim's
Winston.
got that personally offended look on his face. He's like, you guys,
I like Jameis Winston too. I
You
mean,
fucking
I
nuts.
like Jameis Winston too. He's gonna throw for 500 yards, but is he gonna throw for 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, or is he gonna throw for 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks? You know, what are we like? What kind of game are we looking at here? And I think Bill Belichick's probably coming out with a pretty good game plan for Jameis Winston. You know,
Jameis Winston's going to have to go back to the eye doctor and ask for a refund.
he's gonna need more LASIK. Can you get LASIK twice? I guess
Hey guys, can you reverse this because I'm still bad.
I'm just gonna ignore all that.
He's gonna come out in rec specs.
Oh, rec specs, Jameis would
Rec specs.
be unanimous.
Okay, I would
MVP.
never bet against rec spec James.
That's an auto bet every single week.
Rec specs with like no visor.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that'd be so.
What if
funny.
he-
That's what Rodrigo does.
I'm thinking the Rodrigo look.
Yeah, but like Rodrigo, would it be cooler if Rodrigo had like a fucking like prescription visor as opposed to
That'd be pretty crazy.
it would be like bifocals. Or just like flip up. Next one.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Move it.
So we have last 1 o'clock game. No picks on this game. We have the football team at Buffalo. Bills -9. Total set at 46. Just this line is just so ugly. Like
For what it's worth, it's actually down to Bills -7.5. If anyone is interested in that.
that's
For the
I
sake
still-
of this,
doesn't
we're calling
change.
If that dips behind under 7, I might have to.
Mhm.
that's what I was saying before we
Bills,
started
that's-
recording. I agree.
That's an absolute factoid. I mean, props to all the boys who are staying off of the -9 here because that's a really awful number. But if it dips underneath 7, I'm 100% taking Buffalo -7. This is a get right.
Yeah.
This is a huge get right game for Buffalo because they had a walk in the park last week with Tua.
I'm gonna say they
a
looked
get-
pretty.
it's
They
a
looked
get
pretty
right
right
game.
last week. I think they got right last week.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just don't. I just consider
It's-
that a walk in the park last.
It's a
week.
get right game for Washington's defense, right? I mean, they just got picked apart by Danny fucking Dimes and they lost
Stop
to Herbert. Even though
slandering Daniel Jones.
all right,
Daniel
well,
Jones-
listen.
Okay,
He's a
I'd
good
rather slander
quarterback.
Jason Garrett, but
There we
Daniel
go.
Jones
Yeah,
is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if Jason Garrett can come up with a good plan against your Montez Sweats and your Chase Youngs and your whoever the hell they have and your Landon Collins in the secondary, like
Yeah.
I would imagine Brian Dable probably has a pretty good idea how to attack this. So if this dips under, I would get there. I would go there too.
Yep. All right. Skip.
All right. First, first 4 o'clock match this weekend. We have the Miami Dolphins visiting Vegas. Raiders sit at -3.5. I'm seeing 4.5 now more. That doesn't change my opinion though. Total set at 5. We have almost a full squad right here. 3 to 4 on the same team.
You guys are menaces.
I'm gonna let one of you guys start off.
Can you blame us? I mean, talk about Las Vegas being a wagon this year. Not only are they a wagon, but they're at home against Miami, who's starting Jacoby Beef Brissett. I mean, come on.
I think it's
They're
simple.
not wrong.
I really think it's simple. I hope we're not just dead wrong, but I think
There's
it's
no
simple.
way, dude.
game.
I love Vegas. I love Vegas.
I like Vegas. I think they're like so I think it was last week or both weeks combined so far. The Dolphins have let up pressure on 55% of their snaps or passing snaps, which
They're
I'm not
screwed.
no expert. No, it's not good. And that pass rush from Vegas is looking very good, really, out of nowhere. They're gonna make Brissett's life hell. The offense looks great. Carr looks awesome. So 3.5, or I'm gonna call it 4. 4 is easy for me. I think that they win this game by double digits.
If you hate your money but like the risks,
Miami looks lost.
Throw a little.
It's going to be a fantastic game for the Las Vegas Raiders. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be a fantastic game for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Throw a little bills on the or little
Stick,
dollars on
I haven't heard
the.
you talk.
I've been chiming in here. I gotta pick on this game. Mano's trying to throw something in, and he's been
I
getting
I
interrupted.
just got cut off twice. It's fine. I was gonna say throw some money on Derek Carr MVP, man. Someone's got to win MVP. Throw it across half the league, yo. Did you really? You're a menace.
Yeah, I have 5 on James and 5 on Derek Carr.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's a very easy game. Like that's why I just hope we're not incorrect on this one. But other than that, I'm comfy with Vegas -3.5 or Vegas -4.
Vegas is back.
Yes.
Or they're here now. The Raiders are back.
Surprise.
All right.
It's such an ugly game.
We have no picks on this dog shit game here. We have the Jets visiting the Broncos. Denver -11, total at 41. Ew.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'll give you my skip card right here because skip this game.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about this. I would do Jets +11 if you had a gun to my head, but you don't have a gun to my head, so no.
Yikes. That's why you shouldn't bet this game.
Moving on immediately. 425. Now we have the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Minnesota Vikings. Seattle -1 on the road. Total set at 55. Another big total here.
55.
We have one pick here. It's from Mano. Take it away.
Two bad defenses. One team has a quarterback that I actually think can keep up. I mean, we saw Kirk Cousins go tit for tat with Kyler Murray last week and then kind of fall off a cliff. So I see much of the same again. These defenses are not good, but Kirk Cousins is going to do just enough to kind of keep it close. And then Russell Wilson is going to say F you and back to Minnesota with the other home. Back to Seattle.
It is in Minnesota.
back to whatever region of Minnesota in which he lives, in which Kirk Cousins and the rest of the Vikings live in. I think it's Seattle -1. I think this could go up to like 3.5, and I'd still probably take it.
I like me some Seattle too. Dalvin Cook also hasn't practiced the past couple of days with the ankle injury, so
Ooh, that's big.
Dude, he's perennially hurt. He's always going to have a Q next to his name until Friday afternoon.
All right. Well, listen, and I think even if he's out, Alexander Madison is very capable of being an RB1. But this is the point of the season when Russell Wilson kind of just like tears it up. I mean, he puts on a fat MVP candidate bandwagon. He gets everybody along, and then he just falls apart. I'm still hopping on. I would take Seattle -1, but I don't like betting on Seattle. So
you got to like week 9 or 10 before they start to fall apart completely.
Yeah.
All right.
So moving on, we have two.
Fired up.
Oh yeah, you ready, Nick? Ready for this pick, Nick? All right, we got the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers visiting the up-and-coming Los Angeles Rams. Got as a pick'em, total set at 45.5. 2 picks here. Nick and I agree. Nick, let's go.
It went all the way up to 2.5 on BetMGM.
2.5 for who?
For Los Angeles Rams +2.5.
Plus?
Wow.
Even.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
At home?
Yeah, at home.
I'm seeing +1 for the Rams right now.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of what the split is, I already locked in Los Angeles Rams money line +110.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Matthew Stafford in that offense, bro. Give it to me. Feed it to me. I think this is when Tom Brady kind of like is like, whoa. Let me take a second here. I should be playing this well. I think he takes a step back. I don't think he can keep up. Give me Los Angeles Rams at home. I don't care what you tell me. I'm not changing my mind here. Oh, I don't have to worry about it. Sam, where are you going here, Sam? You have to change my mind?
No, I'm not gonna try to change your mind because the Rams will win this game. A nice early season statement for my pick to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl this season. So, yeah, this is by far the best defense Tampa will have played so far this season.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
This is going to be a great game. I think the Rams, despite the Bucs having a literal, like the exact Super Bowl roster, I like the Rams roster a little better. So, and at home especially, you're going to give me points. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the 17-0 train for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ends right here. I think it hits a brick wall, and that brick wall is Matthew Stafford.
Love it. All right, moving on to Sunday night. 2 more picks. Stick and Mano. We have picks for the Green Bay Packers at the San Francisco 49ers. Niners -3.5. Total set at 49.5.
This is weird to me because I just think Aaron Rodgers is so back, and it was the Aaron Jones show last week. I think this week they're going to go into San Fran, and you're giving them a field goal. I think they're the better team. Obviously, San Fran's probably got a better defense for sure, but Green Bay's the better team. San Fran's offense is good, but like I just think it's going to be a back and forth game here, and I want the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers can straight up win this game outright. So give me the points, and let's do it.
I'm with you. I think the money's on the wrong side here. I think Green Bay should probably be favored here. I don't think San Fran's defense is anything to write home about. I expect Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams to kind of pick them apart. I think they're going to march their asses down the field, and I don't think Gucci Garop can keep up. So I'm with you. I think they win this game outright.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't believe they're dogs here. I mean, are you kidding me? San Fran's not going to be able to keep up. It's going to be disgusting. San Fran's defense isn't even really that good this year. To be honest with you, they're really not.
It's not.
And who is? I don't even know who's going to be running the ball for the 49ers. It's I don't even know if it's going to be Elijah Mitchell.
Trey Sermon is on track to be active.
Oh, okay.
To McVay, but does it really matter? McVay's going to use my grandmother and still get a 100-yard rusher out of him. You know.
Listen, if your grandma rushes for 100 yards, make sure to give her a firm handshake for me, please.
Well.
Yeah, I kind of agree. This is an NFC Championship game, so I think they'll be fine. So, Niners not really super. All right, whatever. We're moving on to Monday night.
Yeah, feed me Monday night.
Monday night, we got big NFC East matchup between Philadelphia and Dallas. Dallas, a 4-point favorite at home. Total set 51.5. Nick and Mano, take it away.
I hate Philadelphia sports. I hate the city. I hate the city. I hate the teams. I hate the people that root for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia 76ers and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Agreed.
Doesn't help that Dallas is a way better team than the Philadelphia Eagles are. Dallas is, to me, listen, their defense, I'm still not sold on Dallas's defense, but I am, in fact, sold on their offense. And if you don't really know why, just watch their tape for the first 2 weeks. Give me Dallas at home. -4, I think it's going to be an actual – I kind of think it's going to be an awfully gross game, and I think Dallas is going to kind of wipe the floor with Philly. I think Jalen Hurts isn't that good. And this is where he doesn't look that good. So give me some Dallas cheese right here. Mano, please tell me.
Yeah, I like the same thing here. I mean, it can only be a shootout for so long before you can't cover CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. I think this is a big time. What?
I don't know if Gallup is playing, but I don't think that
makes sense. No, it doesn't. You still have CeeDee Lamb, who lines up in the slot. Like, no slot corner is good enough to cover CeeDee Lamb, like, period. Dak Prescott's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. There's 2 running backs in Dallas that are probably worthy of being starters. I think if you like your money, bet Tony Pollard's over on his rushing and receiving yards. I think they're going to try to jam Zeke up the middle, and I think that's a bad idea against Philly. I think Tony Pollard getting to the outside's got more potential there. I think they'll ride to a pretty easy victory here on a Monday. But divisional game, anything can happen. Philly's defense ain't terrible, but Dallas's offense is that much better.
You think Dallas is going to get rid of Zeke soon, or what's good here? Huh?
Well, you know how I feel about running backs, so
yeah, running backs aren't
running back. They don't matter. So
except when you pay them all that money.
Well, yeah, I mean, they handicap themselves by paying Zeke all that money anyways, but, you can't make your defense better when your running back gets paid like a freaking Egyptian king or whatever,
I wish I was an Egyptian king. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be.
I wouldn't really be sitting in this apartment in Bloomfield, New Jersey. I'd be living lavish.
Dox yourself.
Wouldn't have to go to work tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right.
How the cookie
So
crumbles.
There it is.
5 picks each. We'll see if anyone can catch up to me. This
Gosh,
week.
Bro, you're
Bro.
5 and
Bro,
5.
You're too
Dude,
ahead.
you are literally one game in front of everybody, bro.
I'm 2 games ahead of Stick, but
Yeah, at least you're not sick.
'cause
As long
he
as you're not
sucks.
sick, that's all that matters.
I'll be
No,
back.
but,
Don't you worry.
make
He's
sure
back at the bottom.
make sure to follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
Hit them all. Hit 'em all.
capsonsports.com, everything.
Bang.
At capsON Sports. You can find my Twitter right here at SamMean38 for I post some pics.
What's the 38 for? Do you mind me asking?
My baseball number back in the day.
Nice.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There you
So
go.
yeah. So another week. So we got week 3 picks in. Make sure to follow along the rest of the season. See who's gonna come out top dog. I put money on myself, but too easy. But make sure to follow, and we'll see you next week.
I'm pretty sure gambling on yourself is illegal. So
Yeah, ask Pete Rose.